Is Maglera Doe Boy possibly the most marketable rapper in the game right now? Because if you actually deep it, you see this guy has been working with a lot of partnerships as of late. You run it back, you see he was collabing with Puma and actually making the costumes, collabing with him and also A$AP Rocky, which is a big feat because now you have a South African artist working on something that's international and you're using his image as a Maglera Doe Boy as a selling point, which is a plus for him as an artist too, because the recognition goes beyond Mzansi, beyond in Africa and in the world. And I'd like to also mention the fact that Maxhosa, he was there in France performing Memoirs, and he took it here to SA as well, draped in all Maxhosa fit, bro, which is another plus for his recognition. And you can't take away the fact that Hennessy was like, you know what, shout out Maglera, bro, here's a Hennessy for you and here's a partnership. Even when LeBron James, I don't know if that video was actually real or not, Maglera was given a shout out by LeBron James a while back, and I was like, oh, okay, this is impressive once again from Maglera Doe Boy, because now he's proving that it doesn't take only music to actually make you a brand, but even your overall image, how you come across as an artist, how stylish you are, and how you can actually move with that said brand. And Maglera has been positioned by his team very well in terms of collaborating with all of these brands, even upcoming brands he does collab with. It felt like it was his own merch, the way that collab just meshes well together with the image Maglera Doe Boy portrays. And the question still stands, is he the most marketable rapper right now in South Africa? Who else can you think of as a rapper who you can market to everyone and everywhere? As soon as you see him wearing your latest merch, you'll be like, ah man, I also want this. And who also has a strong enough team to actually place him in these places where you're like, oh, okay, if Maglera is wearing that, I should be wearing that too. I think a close second is Blxckie, because you see Blxckie, he's not only with KFC Originals, he does a lot more. He was last year on Sports Scene Put Me On, and he was the judge there as well, which is another brand partnership, by the way. And I think Blxckie is also with a team that actually takes care of his image, takes care of how he moves, of how he dresses, of how he's styled, on what verses he jumps on. And I think also he has the power to be like, you know what, I don't feel like I represent this type of sound, I will remove myself. Same as like you don't represent this type of brand, I will remove myself. Blxckie literally likes choosing brands that are his signature color. I remember even deeping it with Sprite. Sprite was a green, light green. And also I think Hunters as well was something that Blxckie was also a part of. So it was also a kind of green that they also offered there. And I think the brands that Blxckie takes on are really aligned with his image, just like Maglera Doe Boy. Who else as a rapper do you think has the most marketable type of vibe for them right now? Honestly, you can't be like Aries is marketable, because Aries is first of all independent. He does all of this shit himself. He doesn't have a big team for them to actually push him to all these different facets of brand partnerships. So you can't actually be like, Aries is kind of fire in terms of brand partnerships, because no, he isn't. Piano artists are kind of doing well, but there's still like a missing link. I won't lie, there's still like a thing of y'all can actually pounce as the brands with these piano artists, bro. I feel like piano have a lot to offer as themselves, but they just don't see the fact that they can be something outside of the music. I think their only mind is set on the music and what they produce, but them actually building themselves to become a whole wide brand, I don't think they put enough emphasis into that. And sometimes it comes at a deficit for them, because now they can't be grown to brands and be publicized and actually given brand partnerships as much, because they just are involved in the mculo only, not with the imaging and the styling and actually accepting type of interviews that will showcase your personality more. I don't think piano artists do that much yet. Hopefully they will tap into that later. Maybe never, because you guys are out here saying that this is possibly the death of a piano. I don't know. As long as hip hop is healthy and well, I am aight.